I love party games. You know, games like SingStar, Mario Party, Guitar Hero, or the old iToy for the PS2. I remember when I would fight with friends because during the window cleaning game they would slowly move towards the camera and make themselves big. Freaking cheaters. As you grow older, it becomes more and more difficult to have multiple friends at home. Local co-op is always a nice addition in games, but to be honest, I'm barely ever able to utilize it. Which is why it's pretty nice when developers actually add an online co-op functionality to party games, like one of the party games that I recently played, Overcooked 2. A game developed by the joint effort of Ghost Town Games, known just for their previous Overcooked title, and Team 17, known for every single Worms game out there, as well as some more recent, darker titles. Overcooked 2 is a multiplayer party game in which you take the role of a chef and attempt to fulfill as many customer requests as you can within a certain period of time. It's a game filled with frustration, depression, and ever-growing madness. People call Lovecraft the master of horror, but the true horror lies within this game. Alright. Let's put the jokes aside. The basis of this game is that you have to work together with other friends to win the challenge of getting as much finished food completed as possible. The gameplay is set up like this. Customer sends in a request, you pick up the combination of ingredients such as rice and seaweed, prepare it using various tools like cutting boards, mixers and frying pans, and wrap it up by putting it on a plate and delivering it. Plates are limited and need to be constantly washed to be able to put more food on them. To ramp up the challenge, the game will constantly add new tools into the mix, and the maps turn more and more into a carnival funhouse with falling floors, moving platforms, as well as other environmental hazards and challenges. In late game, team members will be often split in their own isolated sections on the map, forcing everyone to throw food around and communicate by yelling incoherently.
We need more.
There's no rice. Who's not making rice?
What is Throw the rice!
That's the story. I got
More
you.
rice!
Here you go.
Thank you, we're good.
Somebody
We're good.
say rice. You say rice?
Stop rice!
I'm pretty sure
Stop
we
the rice!
faced that one.
Stop the
You say rice?
The rice is ready! There's very little else I can honestly say about this game. Just watching a single gameplay video will give you an educated impression of how the entirety of Overcooked 2 is like. Content-wise, the game offers a main campaign that is about 6 hours long. If that isn't enough for you, Overcooked 2 also offers several DLCs that extend the game by a good amount and only the host needs to own. The gameplay is dynamic, creative, and most of all fun. I enjoyed every single second I spent in it together with my friends. However, there are a few cons that are worth mentioning. First of all, the game doesn't have rebindable mouse and keyboard controls, which are essential for PC. Makes using anything but a controller a chore. Secondly, Overcooked 2 was clearly built for multiplayer, not single player. By going single player, you have to take control of 2 characters at the same time, since the level design wouldn't allow for a single person to do everything. If you're into being reminded of how lonely you are in your house or flat, then Overcooked 2 single player is the way to go. Otherwise, stick to multiplayer. Lastly, some maps have environmental hazards that put you in a tight spot and force you to wait until the map shifts to be able to do anything useful. Imagine being fully prepared to wrap up your plate just to end up waiting half a minute for a platform to appear that takes you to your destination. Luckily, most maps aren't like that. Even with all of those cons, I still loved every single second I spent in Overcooked 2. It was some of the best co-op multiplayer fun I've had since, well, Full Metal Furies. So if you're looking to play a good party game, either online or local, then definitely make sure you don't forget to check out Overcooked 2.